Hello. For today's video, I figured it would be a bit of a meta topic, since as I was choosing a topic, I had to think through this, and I might as well share it with you. So, the idea is, should I focus on one topic per video, and try and send some sort of message, or come to a conclusion, or just make some sort of meaningful statement about that one topic, or should I just come here and start talking about anything like I am right now, but then instead of trying to get somewhere with it, just keep thinking about it, and if I have another thought, then I can jump to that, and if I have another thought, then I can jump to that, and just sort of have a little discussion or even sort of brainstorming session, if you will. So the question is then, what's the point of either of them? Well, this is going to be uploaded to YouTube. YouTube has lately started becoming less of what it used to be, but at its core, it is still a search platform where people can come looking for something and then get an answer to what they were looking for. But that doesn't sound very familiar, does it? That's because lately it's become just sort of a meh platform where you come for something, you don't know what, but you come for something, and then you get something, and then if you like it, you get more of it. If you don't like it, you get something else, and that's kind of how it works a lot these days. And I've actually been trying to use the search function sometimes, and it does not even give me what I'm searching for. It is so annoying to use the YouTube search. But maybe I can do something about that someday. But for now, YouTube is no longer a search platform, guys. So anyway, back to what that means for my videos, which I'm thinking about right now. I'm thinking that if I just talk about random things and I do it in an engaging way, which right now I'm probably not very engaging, but with practice I hope it'll get better. If I just talk about things randomly, then that should be useful and interesting, because if I'm talking about one thing, then I suppose that the person who started watching it would want to see more of that one thing, right? So then that's what YouTube videos are typically like. But a lot of the time, you can't say that much about a single thing without going in circles or repeating yourself, which can be good, but also is really frustrating when you just want to get the information and don't want to spend all day listening to someone yap. So maybe you're different since you're watching me yap, but I'm gonna try and be more meaningful in what I say and avoid just repeating myself or restating things that I've just said like I just did. You see, repeating myself, restating things that I just said is the same thing, and I could have not said it the second time. Although, I suppose repetition can have its own merits. After all, that's how school works, for example. I'm going to be mentioning school a lot. School just tells you things until you remember them, and it doesn't care about why you should maybe remember them or shouldn't, or the entire approach is just topic, remember this, not do this, figure out what you need to in order to do it, which is what I prefer. But maybe that's not superior either, since I haven't been able to try it much, as school doesn't give you that option. So anyway, I obviously haven't memorized anything for this video, so maybe this will be my opportunity to try some interesting things, and I hope y'all will enjoy them. But anyway, back to what I was talking about originally, is should I say things like back to what I was talking about originally? Or right now, for example, I started talking about school and learning things and memorizing. Should I have just switched to that? Well, I think that in this case, I shouldn't have, which is why I have returned to the original topic. But I suppose, as with everything, it isn't just a universal stay 100% tunnel vision focused on this one topic, or don't focus on anything, do every single topic you can. Obviously, with the school comparison, I said as much as I needed to, as much as I had to say, really, and then just went back to the original question that I still want to answer. Now, if the original question was getting kind of boring and I don't actually want to answer it, and then I found something more interesting and I have a lot of things to say about that, then, like, yeah, of course, switching back would be stupid. So, I guess it's just a case-by-case basis, isn't it? As with everything. Which means that asking questions that are black and white is kind of stupid, because you'll never get one of the answers. And I've noticed this a lot, and I feel like talking about it now, so this is where I'm going to diverge. For example, in school, sometimes there will be questions, well, actually a lot of times there will be questions where it's like, is like X action with like Y consequences like right or something, or even just like, like, is like eating tree branches sustainable or something. I don't know, that was completely random, but I'm surrounded by trees, so you can see where my mind got that from. Anyways, and this whole sustainable thing is a lot of sustainability folks nowadays, at least in my school. So anyway, you'll be asked something like that, and then like, well, sustainable relative to what? Like, what's the, like, were you eating tree branches before? Like, is the tree branch grown specifically for eating? Is it just there? And like, I mean, I don't think you'll be able to digest it. So like, to what extent are you factoring that in? If you die, is that sustainable? Like, there's always a ton of these questions, and if you're just inventing a scenario, even if you have some sort of point for it, if you're just using the scenario on its own, then there's not really a good way to answer that. So what school wants you to do is to pick a side and argue what you can for that side and ignore the other side and just pretend that you believe something, even though you have no idea. You can't possibly know. There's always both answers, and they're both valid. The answer is always, it depends. And when someone says that in class, like, it depends, they sound all smart because they're right, but also they're not getting it. It always depends. It always depends. So they're just stating the obvious, which is sad that has to be done. I was gonna say more, but my mind is getting distracted because I do have to go to school soon, so I'm just gonna end it right here. Goodbye, guys. Hope this was a cool video.